Hello and welcome to the Lightline podcast. My name is Ari. I just wanted to talk today about how my week has gone. We're still in the middle of editing some previous episode recordings that we did, so hopefully those will be able to be released soon. But I just kind of wanted to touch base and give y'all an update. I have another interview scheduled for today, so I hope that goes well. All right. So, I've had a very long week. Um, I was in a depressive episode for part of the week and managed to pull myself out of it yesterday. Super tired today, but I've mostly recovered and I'm feeling a bit better. So I just kind of wanted to talk about what I learned and how I've been coping. And yeah, just kind of give you a glimpse into what it's like to have treatment resistant depression. Um, I've been finding a lot of relief in turning to my spirituality, and I understand that doesn't work for everyone. Obviously, you still need to see a doctor and treat it like you would any other medical condition, but what's been helping me is delving into research on spirituality and exploring the connections that we have with. I don't want this to be like a mainly spiritual podcast. I just want to be able to talk honestly about what's helped me cope with regards to my mental health. So I'll try not to make it too spiritual, but it has helped me just focusing on returning to love. I'm pantheist, so I believe that the universe is God. I also believe that God is love. I'm not Christian by any means, but I've been drawn to a number of different spiritualities, and I like learning and researching about them. I like researching. I found Buddhism to be very fascinating. Um, Practicing mindfulness, meditating, trying to be more aware of my thoughts. That helps me. Um, I did start using the Finch app, like was suggested, and I was surprised by how much that helps too. It gives you like a checklist of little tasks that you can do, just little self care ways to take care of yourself. I feel like I've been going through a dark night of the soul and kind of like awakening spiritually a little bit. I still struggle with my addictions and energy levels and all that fun stuff that mental illness will cause for you. But really delving into these interests has helped me cope. There have been days where, like, it's a constant battle to shower and eat and take care of myself, and that's the depression side of things. Even with meds, um, my depression meds don't work too well, and that's something I'm gonna talk to my doctor about. But that's something I've always had a lifelong struggle with. because I've been on so many meds and they just don't. um, they help in theory, but yeah. I'm going back to therapy tomorrow. Not sure how I'm gonna afford it, but I'm gonna find a way. I'm seeing a therapist that I've seen in the past. Um, she's a DID and trauma specialist, so it'll be really interesting to get her perspective on what's been going on with my system. Um, I'll probably do a more DID focused episode in the future to talk about it a little more. I'm not quite ready yet just because it's very personal. I wanted to focus this episode on how the realization that feeling disconnected from love or feeling disconnected from source, if you believe in that, contributes to my depression. Ways we can practice self love and self forgiveness. And just be honest about where I'm at. So, if anyone has any questions about spirituality or radical self love and how those things are related, I'm open to talking about it. I'm trying to find more ways to re energize myself and feel more connected to love. And just having a lot of self forgiveness for the hard days. Because truthfully, I'm not going to be able to do everything that someone who doesn't have treatment resistant depression is able to do. And I have to learn to cope with that. So, yeah, that's all that I really wanted to touch upon today. Um, I look forward to discussing this with everyone. One thing that's really helped me is the switch from, like, if you can't be positive about yourself, try switching to being neutral and just being more mindful of negative thoughts and finding self neutrality helps because not everyone can jump into like positivity right away. It takes a lot of inner work to be able to do that. Um, I'm big into radical self acceptance, trying to accept myself and accept where I'm at in the journey. I'd love to talk more about this topic, so reach out with any questions. Thank you.